What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another WNBA video. We have ourselves one game on the slate for today, Saturday, August 16th. So we're going to break down and analyze that game. We're going to talk about which way that I'm leaning as far as the points and the spread. We'll also go over a player prop that I found in this game that I like. And when it's all said and done, don't forget to check down there into the pinned comment. There's got a link down there that's going to send you over to the Guy Boston Sports website. So we're going to find all of my final plays for this game listed for free. Now, before we dive into this game, first of all, I do want to apologize for the late video. One, I did go to the Fever and the Mystics game last night with my youngest, man, so I was out pretty late, didn't have time to record, but man, what a great game to go to. The Mystics come from behind to win that one. Sony goes off, Kiki goes off. If you've been watching my videos, man, you know that I went to see those two specifically, and they had themselves a game. So it was a great night, had a fun time. And then also, I just recorded this video, went to edit it, man, and there's no sound. So making sure the audio is recording now, we look to be good. Hopefully everything is good when I go to edit this video. So we're going to go ahead and jump over there to the Guy Boston Sports website because not only did the Mystics have a good night, man, and we had a good time watching them, me and my daughter, but good night betting in the WNBA as well. So let's go ahead and recap our plays from Friday. Let's see what we took and how that ended up going down. We ended up putting 7 plays in. We cashed on 6 of them. We took the Sparks on the money line. They win by 1 point. So we do end up hitting there. Took Brittany Sykes under 18.5 points and rebounds. We cashed on that one as well. We took a over 159.5 in the Mystics and Fever game. That cashes. We took the Valkyries laying 4.5. They win that game by 100. So we win that one as well. Rakia Jackson over 1.5 3-pointers made. She cashes that in the first half for us. And then the Aces and the Mercury, a total under 169.5. Guys, they land right at 169. And how many times have we been on the opposite side of that, losing a bet that way? So we will take it, man. We will take that one indeed. We took the Storm and the Dream, a total under over 159.5. They land at 158. So we don't cash on that one. That is our one loss on the day. 6-1 overall. Puts us in the green on the day. Puts us back in the green on the season. We have finally chipped away, man. It's been such a brutal up and down season at times here in the WNBA, man. We were down by as many as close to 6 units at one point. It was up over 5 units that we were down. So we have chipped away slowly but surely. We are back in the green. So now we just got to stay there, right, man? Got a little bit left of this regular season here to where we can start stacking up on some units and hopefully roll into the playoffs with a little bit of a bankroll on our side. So that is the ultimate goal, man. Only one game on the slate today, so we're not going to go crazy. We're not going to give it all back to Vegas, right? But we will still look over this game here. Let's see if we can find some value on the board, guys. Smash that like button down there for me if you can. Hit subscribe if you have not already. Let's go ahead and jump into it. It's going to be a 2 p.m. tip-off time. New York Liberty taking on the Minnesota Lynx. Now, the Lynx are laying 1.5 in this one. Total sitting at 165.5. Now, it feels like the, 100th game between these two in the last week. It's actually the 3rd game between these two this season. But for the 2nd straight match, key players are out of the rotations looking at each of these sides. Now, you got the Liberty. They're going to be down Stewie and Sabally still, and Harrison remains in concussion protocol. The Lynx have listed Nafisha Collier as doubtful, but a return date hasn't even been determined yet, according to Coach Reeves. So I think it's safe to assume that she's going to be out here. I think. You just never know with the WNBA this year as far as injuries are concerned. But man, this isn't the greatest spot for New York, though, end of the day. On the road for the 3rd straight game at a 3-day rest disadvantage. It's going to be their 4th game since playing the Lynx last Sunday. It's only the Lynx' 2nd game in that same time span. They've been off since playing New York last Sunday. Minnesota's won 5 in a row, 9 of their last 10. They sit at a league best 27-5 on the year, 16-2 when at home. They're 19-13 with 1 push against the spread, 10-7 with 1 push to the number when playing at home. New York has lost 2 of their last 3. They failed to cover 9 of their last 10. They're 21-12 on the year, just 12-19 with 2 pushes against the spread. And then on the road, they've gone 8-8 straight up. They've covered in only 3 of those 16 road games. Now, in the last 5 games, Minnesota is shooting the highest percentage from inside the restricted area. They're hitting the 3rd most shots from the mid-range, the most 3-point shots from above the break. They're hitting those above the break threes and also threes from the corner at the highest percentage across the league. Now, Liberty, they've been allowing the highest shooting percentage from inside the restricted area, the 3rd most shots from their mid-range, but they are giving up the 4th fewest 3-pointers per game, and at just 29.5%, that is the 3rd lowest across the league. Minnesota is forcing the 2nd most turnovers, though. New York, the 2nd fewest. New York sits at just 9th for points allowed off turnovers, while the Lynx are hitting the most points off of turnovers. Minnesota is also 1st for fast break points, 3rd for defending points scored and transition, while the Liberty are coming in dead last for both points scored on the break and points allowed on the break. The Lynx forced 20 turnovers to just 11 in the head-to-head between these two last Sunday, and they outscored New York by 10 in this regard, and a 10-point advantage as far as fast break points as well, an 8-point advantage as far as points scored inside the paint. So I like the Lynx here, man. I can't get there with New York. The Lynx have proven that they can win without Fee so far. They've gone 5-1 outright this season without Fee in the lineup. The Liberty, meanwhile, man, they've gone just 4-8 straight up without Stewie this year. They've covered just once in those 10 games. So this one is essentially a pick 'em with where the books have this line at, and that has me a little cautious here. I would expect Minnesota to be a couple more point favorites in this one even. So I'm going to lean with Minnesota here, but I am a little bit cautious, guys. I would say though, if I was going to play this side, I wouldn't even mess with the points, even if I was on the Liberty side, man. It's money line either way with this one here. Now for the total, they hit well under the number in their last meeting. They landed at 154. Lynx have hit to the under in 2 straight, while 6 of the last 7 have gone under for New York. First match did go over though, with these two landing right at 193. The Lynx have hit those 2 straight under, sure, but they hit over in 7 of 8 prior to that. Playing at the third fastest pace over their last 5, the Liberty have played to the fastest pace all season. So I think we see some pace in this one, man. It's most likely going to be a close back and forth game down the stretch as well. Could turn into a free throw battle at the end, which is just going to extend the clock, generate more points. So I'm going to lean over looking at this game. And we do have that player prop. Let's go ahead and jump over there to Outlier so we can check that one out. I'm going to be looking at Sabrina Ionescu of the Liberty, her points and assists under 23.5. You can get that right now at -110 over there at Hard Rock. It's going to be your best price. We see on the season, she's hitting this at a 53% rate, 17 of 32 games, actually averaging a little bit over that mark, right? 24.72 as a whole on the year. But if we kick that back and look at this insight here, let's look at her in her last 5 games. We can see that she has failed to exceed that 23.5 points and assist mark 5 straight times, actually averaging just 17.6 points and assists in that game, a 100% hit rate, and well below that 23.5 where we need her at. And we look at her head to head against Minnesota. 9 of the last 11 games, she's gone under this mark. She did have that 31 point and 4 assist explosion there earlier this season, so we got to keep that in mind and be a little cautious, right? But 9 of 11 games, man, 82% hit rate, averaging just 20.27 points and assists in those games. So also pretty well below that 23.5 points and assist mark. And we can see Minnesota's defense as well, sitting at first for points allowed, first for assists allowed as well. And then against that guard position, first for points, second for assists. So I definitely like this matchup for this Minnesota defense against Sabrina. They've had success against her, obviously, in the past. So we can get that, like I said, -110 over there at Hard Rock's going to be your best price. And with just the one game on the slate, that is going to do it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video today. I hope you found the content helpful and useful. And if you did, please don't forget to smash that like button on your way out. Hit subscribe if you have not already. And that is going to do it. Hope you guys all cash out and have a great day today. And we'll see you back tomorrow for the next one.